Chapter 40. Part 2. His face remains neutral. Punishment, he says flatly. Punishment. A punishment. Is he serious? I did not do anything wrong. Damn him and his way of punishment. This is fucking frustrating. He's frustrating. I can't cope with him. He's cruel, demented, controlling, and dominant. I could continue on forever, but I will be here all night if I listed all of his behaviors. He is crazy, beyond crazy. Why is he like this? Why are you so difficult? He looks at me, surprised at my question noticeable on his stunning and hesitant face. His frown line jumps into a straight line. I don't know. I can ask you the same question. My mouth falls open. Me? I am not the one who was teasing. He's crazily deranged. I shake my head with a frown. Sushiana, let's leave, he instructs and grabs my hand, but I pull my hand away, so he can't touch me. I am not leaving, especially with him. My anger boils over and before I know it, I turn around and open the door. My feet carry me down the stairs. And I hear Chris following behind me. I am amazed I did not fall with these shoes going down the stairs. I keep moving until someone puts their hand around me. I thought it was Chris stopping me, but when I turn my head, I notice the boy with nose and ear piercings staring down at me. I am pretty sure his name is Adam. Sushiana, right? He inquires. I can see in the corner of my eye that Chris is drilling holes into me. I turn my attention back to Adam. Yes, I quickly say. You remember me? His black eyes are staring at me wickedly. You're Adam, I encounter. Good memory. Are you leaving so soon? After that stare, I should be running away, but of course, I am ignorant and I stay where I am. No. I am staying a little longer. Oh good. Let's see if you remember everybody, he tells me and he tries to hide his creepy smile. I follow him to a crowded living room and he hands me a beer. No thank you. I don't drink, I inform him. Oh, Mrs. Goody Two Shoes does not want a drink. But I am surprised you did show up, Meg taunts me. She sits on a guy's lap and takes a sip of her beer. I spot a metal ring around that guy's nose. I roll my eyes and go sit down in the seat opposite of Meg. You know Meg? Adam asks me and I nod. I wish I did not know her. Well, technically I don't know her. She's basically rude to me all the time. Since you met Meg. You know Ethan and John, he points to them standing in the corner of the couch and both of them wave at me. I wave back. Before Adam introduces me to all of his friends, Meg speaks first. It seems like Sushiana is trying to be more like us by wearing that outfit. I think she looks hot, Derek says as he walks into the living room. Yeah, you would fuck anyone who has boobs, Meg remarks. Well, you would fuck anything with a dick, he fires back. Will you both shut the fuck up? Chris shouts when he strides in swiftly. He comes and sits right by me, but he keeps his distance. Evidently, Chris knows I am angry at him. I can even feel my cheeks turning fiery red. Let's play a game, Adam says as he stares at me, which is freaking me out. Sushiana, have you ever played Never Have I Ever? I shake my head. I heard of the game, nevertheless, I never played it before. This can't be good. I look at Chris who looks anxious and horrified in his eyes. I wonder why Chris always acts like this with his friends. Well, you got to say something that you never have done before. If anyone who at some point in their life has done the action that the first player says, you must take a drink. I will go first, Adam says to the whole room. Wait, I never wanted to play this stupid game. I don't drink, I declare. You can just drink water or a Coke. Ethan, get her a drink. Non-alcoholic, Adam orders him. After a few minutes, Ethan comes back and hands me a non-open can of cherry 7-Up and I thank him. Then he hands Chris a beer. Okay, let's begin. Never have I ever gotten drunk off my ass that I don't remember the next day, Adam says. I open up the 7-Up, and of course, the room is silent and everyone heard me opening it. I quickly take a sip of my drink as I watch everyone's eyes staring at me, including Chris. You have gotten drunk before, Meg asks me, surprisingly. I just nod my head. I can't see Mrs. Goody Two-Shoes getting drunk that she doesn't remember the next day, she mocks me. You actually did not know me in my past, Meg. I did not know you in your past either, but I'm guessing if I did, I would have called you Mrs. Whore right now. Seeing that you have slept with every man in here, I say boldly. I think I'm just angry at Chris for what he did to me earlier that I am taking it out on Meg. Chuckles and gasps fill the room. I even see Chris laughing into the palm of his hand. What the fuck did you call me? Meg shouts and stands up. I stand up along with her and say, read my lips. The guy with a metal piercing on his nose that Meg was sitting on his lap blocks her and tries to calm her down. While Chris at the same time creates a barrier, so I can't get to her. Ladies, it's just a game, someone else's turn, Adam says. I will go, Chris announces. Chris asks me if I will be okay and I nod with a frown. I sit back down as I watch Meg do the same. Never have I ever had sex in public. I choke at his answer. I mean, why would he say that? Even so, I guess it's a good thing he never had sex in public. I notice John, Meg, and the guy who I do not know his name yet. I only know him by that medal on his nose. Taking a drink. I am astonished a lot of people have sex in public. Who's next? Adam asks. I will go, I say, surprising them and myself. Never have I ever. What the hell have I not done that is not too personal? Never have I ever liked a book-to-movie adaptation more than the book. What kind of fucking question is that? Meg retorts and laughs at me. My body goes unmanageable and I ball my hands into fists. Let's talk about how you never had sex before. How you're still a virgin at 20. Meg snorts. What? How in the hell did she know that? You heard me, she sneers at me immorally. Meg, shut the fuck up already, Chris says loudly. Wait. I yell. How did you know that, Meg? She shrugs and looks at Chris. Chris looks frustrated with Meg and he almost looks like he wants to hit her. Meg is drunk right now. She doesn't know what she is saying. Meg, let's go. Now, the guy with a piercing on his nose says in a deep voice as he picks her up and carries her away. I look at Chris, piercing my eyes deep into his black, cruel soul. How could he? I had it with Chris. Fuck him. He can go to hell. I take off my heels, I get up and as fast as my legs can carry me, I start to run. I really run like a cheetah before Chris can catch me. I'm pushing myself through the drunken crowd and not looking back. When I finally reach the door, I push it open, and as I dash outside, the fresh air fills my lungs, but I don't let it stop me from running. I dart across the lawn, past the empty bottles, and when I reach the end of the street, I stop. The sound of a car approaching drags my eyes to a black Chevrolet El Camino that I'm too familiar with. The headlights are getting closer. I intended to escape, but somehow Chris always finds me. He stalks me everywhere I go. The car slides to a stop behind me and the door flies open. Chris gets out and strides toward me at an undemanding rate, but I'm not trying to kid myself that he doesn't look enraged. He should not be angry at me. I should be the one furious because of everything he did tonight. He fucking told them I was a virgin. How dare he? Fuck off, Chris. I spit.